All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. I've missed you all so much. No football, no club football, that is. There was football. International football is not something that gets me excited, especially none of these Mickey Mouse matches. Obviously, when the World Cup is around, it's going to get very, very exciting. But so good to see each and every one of you guys. There's a lot of you guys that have already pumped through, which is great to see. As Shrubra has already said, missed these. You might as well just say missed these lives. Yeah, man, absolutely missed it, man. Missed having a conversation with you guys. Tim B, good to see you as well. What up, Miz? What up to you guys? And all of you guys, honestly, really, really great to see you all. And club football is going to kick off this weekend. In fact, yeah, from Friday night, I'm planning to cover Bayern Munich versus Leverkusen. I think that's going to be an exciting match to watch. Kalamantan Adoy. So that's definitely one on the cards. I think we need to start watching Leipzig a little bit more. Christopher Nkunku, I have to say, it's not a particular player that I've watched a lot of. Like, I've seen clips, I've seen bits and pieces when Leipzig has played. I've got a fair understanding about the player, but yeah, what a news, ladies and gentlemen. What a news in regards to Christopher Nkunku late last night UK time. These news, I've seen the live chat, a few people say these things are a bit too open, isn't it? Like, everything is a bit too open. All the information about director of football is so readily available. Now with this Christopher Nkunku stuff as well. Like, the issue with this is the news is so early, isn't it? Like, we're talking about next summer. Do you know what I mean? This is probably not even a January thing. Like, we're talking about next summer, possibly with this Christopher Nkunku thing. And so much can happen. And, apparently a secret medical has been completed for Christopher Nkunku, which is great. I mean, what does it mean, though? What does it really mean? If he completes a medical, does it mean he's a Chelsea player? Look, there is a distinct relationship, I feel like, with Todd Bowley and the Red Bull Corporation. Do you know what I mean? I think they're called Red Bull. I was just reading up on that. Red Bull GmbH, who are owned by Austrian and Thai owners, privately owned. There seems to be some sort of a relationship, because Todd Bowley likes the Red Bull group a lot. He's trying to hone in on their executives, director of football, all sorts. I think definitely. Well, you all know we were chasing, Christoph Freund from Salzburg, and we were also chasing the CEO of Leipzig. I don't really exactly remember the name, but we were chasing him. So there seems to be some sort of connection. Obviously, Timo Werner came from Leipzig to Chelsea, then Chelsea to Leipzig. And we are interested in Vardiol as well. Although I think that might have been Thomas Tuchel's selection. I don't know. See, that's the thing. Where do we all sit in regards to Graham Potter? Like, where is Potter in all of this? Like, how does he feel about all of these players? Aaron over here saying, no, not so secret. I guess it ain't so secret. It ain't so secret. All this news is way too open, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk about all of this. And I want to hear what each and every one of you guys have to say as well in the live chat. Let me know whilst we're going through the news. We're going to go through Christopher Nkunku's stats analysis, and we're going to try and share some information and share conversations and see how we feel about this particular player, and whether is it really even possible. What if we finish outside of top 4? What happens then? It's important that it's imperative, to be honest, that we finish in top 4 in Champions League positions, because just because a secret medical has been completed, and it's not even secret anymore, it's out in the open, that doesn't mean anything to me, to be honest. I'm excited. I'm happy. There's a kind of player that I would definitely want to see at Chelsea Football Club, but His release clause is not astronomical. I think it's something around 65 million euros or something like that, or 70 million euros, or maybe less. And you'd assume there'd be many other clubs going for this particular player. In the live chat, I saw a few people talking about PSG. Don't even discount out Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Liverpool probably be in the mix. Who knows? I don't know. Like the level of release clause is not astronomical. So I would find it very surprising if Chelsea are the only horse in this race. So we'll look into all of that. Let's see what you guys have to say initially. Barca want to go for Nkunku. There you go. Like, what's stopping them? I suppose financially, that's probably what's stopping them. But then again, they're going to probably trigger more economic levers as they go along. All these goals look like Timo Werner highlight reels. So no, thank you. Do you know what, Timo? I didn't want to mention it, but it is so true. It is so true. But the one thing about Nkunku, though, he's got much better ball control. Like he's not like Timo Werner, very open, and his control with the ball isn't that great. He looks like someone who's got good close control of the ball. So, but yeah, the goals reel. If you look at the compilations on YouTube or wherever you want to check it out, they look very much like Timo Werner-esque. I swear to you, it's not even funny. And that's the thing. You're not going to see that kind of space in the Premier League. How is someone like Nkunku going to fare with that? Hello, Miz. I don't know. For the very first time, I'm enjoying my life with no football. Yeah. It could get quite ugly very, very soon with all the matches we've got coming up. But let's hope not. Let's hope. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the breaking news from last night. It's from BILD, however you want to pronounce it. I like to say it BILD, but some say BILD. Anyway, Chelsea secretly carried out a medical check with a top star of the Bundesliga in Frankfurt in the summer. And then it further goes on to say, player is Nkunku. And then it says, according to the report, Nkunku has already completed the cardiological medical check. A Chelsea orthopedist was also there, and the medical check has already been paid for in recent days. It's been paid for in recent days. I mean, great stuff, great news, but is it written in stones now? Is he now going to be a Chelsea player down the track? Is there some sort of like a gentleman's agreement? Has there been a handshake between Chelsea and Leipzig that, yep, you guys can trigger that release clause? The medical has now been completed. How can a medical be completed so early if we're going for someone next summer? What if he was to pick up an injury this season sometime? He's most likely going to go to the World Cup. He's part of the French team as well. So there's a lot of uncertainties, isn't there? Like, it's not like he's really started off this season with a bang either. We'll get to the stats. Last season, he was, do you know what I mean? Absolutely, buzzing. But yeah, DK saying, Ms. Falk tweeted about it as well. Yeah, let's check out Christian Falk as well. Yeah, he tweeted it out as well. I mean, this guy, obviously, there you go. He works for Build Sport. So it's probably his article, if I'm being absolutely honest. So this is it. True. His trademark true. Christopher Nkunku, 22. Christopher Nkunku, 22. I don't think he's 22. He's 24. See, this is the thing. This guy. Is this the age? Is he talking about the age here? This guy, I don't know, man. Sometimes he's talking it up. He's talking it up. Christopher Nkunku, 22. He's shaved off 2 years. That's pretty bad. That is not good journalism. You've shaved off 2 years. I could understand if you've shaved off 1. You've shaved off 2. That is quite ridiculous, if I'm being honest. Anyway, 24. He's not 22. Made a medical check in September in Frankfurt to prepare a transfer to FC Chelsea for summer 2023. Release clause of 60 million euros. 24 will be 25 exactly. When was that? Yeah, November. So yeah, he's going to be 25. He's actually going to be 25 in a couple of months. So look, I'm not too perturbed about that 25. You're reaching towards your peak, which is great. But yeah, release clause 60 million euros. 60 million euros. So yeah, I mean, look, great news that he's done a medical, but to the live chat, is there any concerns from you guys for this player? I want to see, do you have any concerns? Because for me, he seems like he's got the ability, he's got the technique, he's got the close control, he can dribble, he's got the vision to pass, he can be a creative player. He generally plays on the left, but he can play more centrally as well, whether it's a central attacking midfield, whether it's as a striker, a fun or a false nine. But do you guys in the live chat, nearly 150 of you guys are live after 11 minutes. First of all, let's smash the like button, get the likes up to 100 immediately. If you're enjoying this, we're back after a while, and we're going to be quite regular from here on in with club football, domestic football back again. So smash the like button, get those likes up to 100. And I want to see from you guys any particular issues that you have around Christopher Nkunku. Where do you think he could possibly play for us? Is this the kind of player that you want? I want to see some news before we go to some stats. Digital film reviews. Good to see you, my man. I have PTSD from Werner Miz. Me too, man. With Bundesliga, I can't take it. I can't take Bundesliga sometimes seriously, if I'm being honest. Bundesliga tax as well from RN. Concern is we don't have an attacking identity. Yeah, I think with underground Potter, hopefully he can slowly materialize that. You'd hope that the new manager will get to the bottom of that. Shubra is saying, I have no concerns, and Nkunku is a good player, but we still need a prime creator. Okay, so you still need a prime creator. So how are you looking at Nkunku? Like, what is Nkunku's role, Shubra, from your perspective? Are you looking at him as a goal scorer, creator? Where are you looking to play him? I want to know all this. Himanshu, good to see you, my man. Thing is, Premier League is a different level of beast. Havertz looked good technical ability so far. He has been a flop. Yeah, man. That's the honest truth. He has not really lit it apart in the Premier League. And similarly with Timo Werner as well. DK, he can shoot, which is what we need. The criteria seems to be very, very little to make it to Chelsea now. Fitting Potter's system, fair enough. Guys, smash the like button. Come on, guys, smash the like button. Okay, T1, thank you so much for the super chat. My issue is we are just linked to these high-priced big names, but during watch-alongs constantly be like, who's this guy? He's good. Why didn't we get him? Fair enough. It just means that we need to watch Leipzig a little bit more, man. But, I think watching Leipzig in the Bundesliga, I don't know how much that's going to help, but maybe watching Leipzig in the Champions League is probably worthwhile to see where we stand. But I think our owners, they really fancy the Leipzig, the Red Bull group. They not only like how they are set up from a business standpoint, from an organizational standpoint, they like the multi-dimensional structure of Leipzig as well. It's been said Todd Bowley wants to copy that model for Chelsea, and he has aspirations that one day, Chelsea will be in the Champions League along with other teams that are owned by the same owners of Chelsea. So they definitely have an interest of Leipzig, and I don't know whether they're potentially down the track, could we see more of these Leipzig, Salzburg, Chelsea transactions happening? But we'll see. Maybe it's just the case for the time being, and maybe down the track it's not going to be like that. But Sesko from Salzburg, Benjamin Sesko from Salzburg is moving to Leipzig next season. And they already have Timo Werner. Timo Werner has gone permanently. So there is going to be a room for movement, I suppose. You'd think Nkunku is going to move on. So this is most likely going to be Christopher Nkunku's last season at Leipzig. And with that minimal sort of release clause, he's going to be up for grabs. Okay, let's have a look at his statisticals right now, ladies and gentlemen. Nearly 200 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get those likes up to 100 immediately, and we can hopefully reach for more after that. I think Nkunku is more of a goal scorer than a creator, but I would also like to add a player like Dembele. Yeah, fair enough. Osman Dembele, man, what a dream that would be. We need someone who can help unlock a low block. That's not the nature of Bundesliga player. Exactly, man. They don't really come across low blocks. Okay, this, ladies and gentlemen, is... Let's focus on the heat map first, because we want to understand where does this guy play. This is this season. We'll get to this season later on. Let's have a look at last season. Look at predominantly he's on that left side and then probably moving into central areas. But it's the left side, and right now the left side is preoccupied by Raheem Sterling. Now Raheem Sterling could, quite possibly move on that right side. He's definitely quite capable of playing on that right side. But it seems like Nkunku, he gives me the vibe that he's not really a striker type of a player, is he? He's more of another one of those left-sided inside forward, I'd say. He's a perfect inside forward. I think someone like Thomas Tuchel would have really fancied him. Someone like Graham Potter, we've not really talked about this, have we? How would Graham Potter like someone like Nkunku? Where could he deploy Nkunku? Is he going to deploy him as a false nine just up front, the way Aubameyang is at the moment? Or, what is our future with Armando Broja? Are we possibly looking at a formation change down the track? Are we always going to play with the back three under Graham Potter? I don't think so. I think he's going to be quite flexible in that regards, but it seems like he likes to play on that left side and then sort of move in the central areas. And as you can see over here from SofaScore, they're saying, he can play in the left wing. Yeah, probably left wing back as well. We don't really have wing backs anymore. But yeah, their winger position. AM, attacking midfield. See, this is where I feel like maybe he could play, but some of you guys are saying that maybe he's not as creative as we think he is by watching Bundesliga. But yeah, as you can see, he can play striker position. But I don't know whether that is his absolute strength. But I feel like he's probably a left-sided player. Tim B, thank you so much for the super chat. Scored a hat-trick against City in UCL last season. I need to see that clip. I need to probably watch that game. That's probably a good barometer to see exactly what type of a player he is. Velan, thank you so much for the super chat. What if Chelsea FC told Leipzig they retract their offer for Sesko and offer a discount for Werner, and they get first dibs at Nkunku? What if Chelsea FC told Leipzig they retract their offer for Sesko and offer a discount for Werner, and they get first dibs at Nkunku? Hold on, I don't quite understand this. What if Chelsea told Leipzig they retract their offer for Sesko? So Chelsea telling Leipzig, don't worry, tell them you're not interested about Sesko, and offer a discount for Werner. Werner's already their player. So we can't... I don't think Werner's on a loan, is he? Werner's a permanent move. I don't think that was a loan. It was a permanent move. And they get first dibs at Nkunku. Okay. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat again. Phil Potter would get Havertz as 8, Nkunku 10. Perhaps that could be the thing. But yeah, moving on to what his stats look like. Total played 34 matches, started 31, 80 minutes per game, team of the week 11, attacking 20 goals last season in the Bundesliga, scoring frequency 137 minutes, goals per game 0.6, shots per game 2.4, shots on target per game 1. Big chances missed 10. So that's maybe that's not that outrageous over the period of the season. Goal conversion 24%, more or less, which is how it is for most players. Like I think Salah is around that same mark as well for Liverpool. What else is a sticking point here? Let's have a look at passing. Assists, 13 assists. That's pretty decent. But then again, see, Bundesliga, it's so open, man. Like, I still remember, I think Timo Werner had a lot of assists. Timo Werner had a lot of assists for us at Chelsea Football Club. But, I mean, that's a good indication. 13, he's got an eye for a pass. Key passes, 1.9. Accurate per game, 82%. I mean, overall, looks pretty decent. Successful dribbles, 67%. Yeah, he's a decent player. There's no doubt about that. Let's have a look at this season, the heat map. Similar thing this season as well, ladies and gentlemen. More on the left side and bits and pieces in the middle. Nothing on the right side. He's heavily a left-sided player. But he's right-footed, obviously. So you know he's going to cut in from the left. Got a lot of players that do that, cut in from the left. We need some sort of variety with some left footers, and obviously, you know, Hakim Ziyech just didn't work out. This season, ladies and gentlemen, 7 matches, 4 goals scored in the Bundesliga so far. I mean, that's a decent return so far, but I think 2 of them came from Wolfsburg. Yeah, there you go. 2 goals came in one match. 1 goal against FC Cologne and 1 against Stuttgart. Borussia Dortmund, nothing, even though they won 3-0. Mönchengladbach, nothing as well. They lost 3-0. Frankfurt, they lost 4-0. It's not been a great time for Leipzig this season so far. Some monumental losses, 4-0 against Frankfurt and 3-0 against Gladbach. 2-1 against Union Berlin. And I think Union Berlin are coming first at the moment in Bundesliga. 1 goal in DFB Pokal and 1 in the Super Cup. Look, I mean, and this is what transfer market's saying as well. He's played 2 matches in left wing, 6 as a striker, 2 as a attacking midfield, 1 in right wing. Let's have a look last season where most of his matches were played. Five left wing. See, there you go. 20 of them were as a second striker. It feels like he's going to be playing where Havertz is, isn't he? He's more or less sort of like a Havertz. Would you say he's more or less like a Havertz kind of player, is he? But then again, you know, he's probably more of a goal scorer than Havertz. But yeah, second striker, as I said, he seems like an inside forward. You look at this heat map, he seems like an inside forward to me. But yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. A lot of you guys are saying, Miz, check Matt Law or Simon. Matt Law, what's going on? What is going on? You guys are telling me to check Matt Law. Let's check Matt Law. Understand reports from Germany that Red Bull Leipzig striker Christopher Nkunku has already undertaken a medical ahead of proposed move to Chelsea next summer are accurate. Well, there you go. When it comes to Chelsea transfer news, I believe this guy the most. This guy generally doesn't BS around when it comes to like transfer news and stuff like that. Although I get annoyed when he talks about Declan Rice, but that's just my problem. It's not your problem. But once again, you know, he's recently said that we are still interested in Declan Rice. Anyway, understand reports from Germany that Red Bull Leipzig striker Christopher Nkunku has already undertaken a medical ahead of a proposed move to Chelsea next summer. That's big. There you go, man. You know, this is legit. This is legit. But we are so far off next summer. Like, we are a long way away. And is there any stipulation? What if Chelsea don't make it to top 4? What if there is an injury? So many things. And what if there is another club that comes in and pays that release clause? Just something to think about. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Take note, Leipzig just got a new manager. Depending on Marco Rose, Nkunku's stats might drop drastically or improve depending where he's deployed. No, absolutely well said. You know, you're looking at last season, 20 goals, 15 assists. You know, of 34 games. That's going to be a difficult feat to replicate. 7 goals in Champions League, 2 assists. I mean, this is where I give value. Champions League goals, Europa League goals as well. Let's have a look. Who are these Champions League goals against? 3 goals against City. There you go. Hat-trick against City, where they lost 6-3. Wow. Club Brugge, 1 goal. 2 against Club Brugge, 1 against Paris Saint-Germain. And that's the other thing. PSG, are they out of it? I don't know. Someone recently told me, Luis Campos, I don't know whether he's a absolute fan of Christopher Nkunku. So I don't know whether PSG is an option, but you'd think it probably is. T-Bay, good to see you, my man. Matt Law has been wrong this whole summer. He lost his sources. Let's be honest. Probably right. Adrian, Miz, how do you feel about Edson Alvarez? Apparently his ball playing ability has improved. The match that I saw against Liverpool, Ajax versus Liverpool, he looked pretty all right. Although he kind of gassed by the 80th minute. Or maybe it's early in the season. That's probably why. And maybe as the season goes on, his fatigue level will get better. Matt Charles, good to see you. Hey, Ms. Boy, can you do a medical that far in advance? That's the thing. Why the need to do so far ahead? Some people are saying Naby Keita's situation was something like that. Is that true? Naby Keita, when he went to Liverpool, apparently was a similar situation where they bought him and then obviously they waited till the next summer. Is this something like that? We always go for risk players rather than what we need. This type could go either way, like if Havertz and Nkunku Dybala's looking amazing at Roma, man. Honestly, he's looking the bits. I want to cover Roma versus Inter Milan this weekend. I think hopefully that's going to be an absolute spectacle. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to slowly wrap things up. Smash the like button. But some final comments from you guys. How do you overall feel about Christopher Nkunku to Chelsea? Overall, as a package, do you like that? I think the release clause is not going to be an issue. Personal terms shouldn't be an issue with this new owners. The way they're handing out the long contracts, it's quite fruitful for players. They'll be like, okay, my future is secured for a little while. So from that perspective, I'm not worried. I'm just a bit concerned. Premier League is a different ball game, man. Premier League ain't easy. So yeah, can Nkunku match up to that? And look, I think he's probably going to be better than Timo Werner. I feel like his ball playing, his ball control is a lot better. His close control with the ball is a lot better than Timo Werner. But yeah, the Bundesliga stuff always worries me. Tammy dunking on Lukaku, I love it, and I think I deserve it. Yes, that matchup is going to be good. I don't know whether Lukaku is going to be fit though. I don't feel too good about this. A great meal, wonderful food. Leao is just an inch better. The issue is with the tight spaces and fast pace in EPL. Leao and Nkunku both dribble into space, but Leao is physical, strong, and able to shrug off opponents. That's the thing. That's a good one. Is Nkunku physically up for it as well? Nkunku is a baller. I'm worried on Nkunku. Tim B, I don't see a lot of downside with how low the release clause is. Yeah, and look, what does Graham Potter and his backroom staff have to say about this? Have they done the analysis on him? A few things to ask the questions on. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this. We're back. Only 15 likes away from 100 likes, so let's get that. And I shall see you guys very, very soon. There's the press conference later today, so we'll see whether we do another live. Definitely, we're going to cover Bayer Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich to watch Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hopefully, he starts. And there'll be the preview, then a whole heap of watch-alongs this weekend. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Until next time, see ya.